What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Beard Bytes podcast. This is episode 18. And if you are on YouTube, know that our podcast is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well, in case you just want to listen to two dudes on the go. If you're on the other platforms, surprise, we're also on YouTube, on youtube.com/Beard Bytes podcast, I
I don't
think,
know if that's how
right?
the link is, but we'll figure it out.
Well, actually, it is Beard Bytes. Look, man, I'm one take guy. It is the Beard Pod,
Beard
Beard
what?
Bites
Beard
podcast.
what?
I'm
Beard
trying,
what?
dude. I'm trying.
All right.
Look, bro, we're struggling. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube, 5 stars on Spotify, because a brother is trying to grow like we're trying to grow our beards.
Yeah,
That being said,
all right.
handing it off to my co-host Hadi. How's it going, man?
It's going well. How about yourself? I'm chilling. We got a very packed news week. We have
I forgot to say so. Okay, I have to say this. Look, listen,
Uh-huh,
we're a little off on our scheduling, right? We had to take some time off for Eid. So shout out to folks that were celebrating Eid. If you have Muslim coworkers, for the last month they didn't want to eat with you. If they don't want to eat with you now, they don't like you. I don't know what to tell you, man. The last month they were fasting. Now they can eat, but they don't want to have lunch with you, bro. They don't like you. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, that's all I had. Anyways, back to Hadi.
yeah. So we are gonna be talking about Switch 2, Indiana Jones, and all that stuff. We got a lot of stuff. We're just gonna jump into it. How was your week?
Bro, I'm tired. I went back to the gym today.
Mhm.
I already yesterday, and I can't move, bro. Yeah, I am. My chest hurts, my arms hurt, but I'm here. I can still hold a controller, but I'm doing all right, man. Finished up Split Fiction, great game. That's all I have to say at the moment. Because the ending is amazing, but I'm not gonna talk about that. So
Yeah, please don't.
y'all just go play it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nothing much on my week. I've been more chilling. I have been playing. The big thing I've been playing that I want to talk about is Haste Broken Worlds. Very fun game. It's the new TikTok under the video type beat where it's like the subway surfer replacement. Basically, it's a game where we talked about the demo a couple weeks ago, but you're running in this like void and you're trying to land on the proper apex of the jump, get a boost pad or whatever, and just make the runs. It's very fun, very good. The only complaint I have about it is that I feel like the characters are over designed, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's like dopamine maximalism, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Like what is it called? Not the Fifth Element with Chris Tucker.
Oh,
It looks like
yeah.
they look like the Battle Hub Arena guy from Street Fighter 6.
Yes, it's just like a lot. But it's whatever. It's still a great game. It's just that's the only thing that I had. I was like, oh man, this is a lot to look at. But yeah. So let's just jump into the news. The first thing that we want to talk about very briefly is that Indiana Jones is and the Great Circle is coming to PS5. It's releasing on April 17th. I haven't played this, but you have.
I'm a fan, honestly.
Nice.
I would pick it up.
Okay.
I don't know about $70 or whatever, but I mean it's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that like people are upset that this is coming to PS5, but like realistically, I think it's fine. Like I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like it's whatever. It's why not? And
company that makes games wants to sell games. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually that doesn't make sense. Anyways.
Yep, I agree. But some people are just upset about it. I think it's good that they're expanding. I hope that they get a good market share off of it and get a good foothold in PS5. But we will find out.
It's true to it really does feel like you're playing the movie. So if you just want like if you have somebody that is a backseat gamer watcher, like if you have a roommate or you have a wife or somebody that you're just as in sitting on the couch with you, this is a nice backseat game to watch. As well. So anyways.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right, next thing. just like we'll see how many game publishers are going to delay their games for GTA 6. There's rumors, or rather confirmed reports, of 3 major publishers. I don't have the names up here because it's not working for me for some reason, this link.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we talked about this before. I think like that there's a lot of question marks on release dates. A lot of games are just saying, like, even in Summer Games Fest and in the winter with the Game Awards, a lot of people were just seeing trailers just saying, oh, coming 2025, and it's like, bro, which half? And I think a lot of publishers are like, I don't want to get got and get dunked on by GTA.
yeah,
So it's, I don't know, man. It makes sense, but also it's crazy because like they could just like shadow drop this game, right, and just ruin a bunch of people's lives. And like, imagine you've worked for like 5 years on a game and nobody wants to buy your game because GTA is coming out like in 2 weeks. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Man.
GTA 6 is gonna, people are gonna buy it, and they're not gonna be able to afford games for 10 years, so people have to plan for that. Which,
I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm foreshadowing into something later in this podcast, but I mean, it's pretty much confirmed this game is gonna be $100.
I think
it's for sure, dude. It's, anyways. Like, I'm like, bro, break the piggy bank. Go open a lemonade stand. Go watch some cars. Go sell those chocolates that they got the Boy Scouts or whatever selling. Because this is crazy, man. I don't know.
Yep. We'll see, but regardless,
Sorry,
I'm done. I'm done.
I have to call this out right now. You guys don't know, this man has been mad quiet. I was like, wow, dude, does he not like the points that I'm saying?
No, you're making good points, man.
Sidebar. Look, we love the homies, right? We love the homies. There's an ongoing discussion about AI and art, and this guy is going hard in the paint defending art. Anyways, to the homies that are listening to this, we love y'all. And it's just funny because I just hear Hadi not really talking much, and then I just hear yup, and then I get a notification that he's chatting in the group chat. Anyways, bro, I'm not to derail the conversation, but AI is crazy. And AI uses graphics cards. And you know who else uses AI? Elon Musk.
Wait, we skipped a story.
Oh, we did. Oh no, I was so smooth with it. Oh no,
man, you were. But bring it back, just like Gameinformer is being brought back. Ooh, that was good, right? That was good.
Yeah, it was good. Honestly, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Gameinformer is back with no announcement except for the fact that they are back. I'm glad that they're back, in a sense that everyone who left the team originally is, has returned. They are able to, continue work. What kind of content and what they put out, I guess, is a different story. But it's good to see.
Yeah, it's. I think all the editors are like, they fully own it now, so it's which is good, right? And I think they were such a staple for like gaming media.
Yep.
Like, I remember back in high school, I was in the library. I'd be reading the copies for like Modern Warfare 2. So hopefully they can get more industry scoops, because like their aura in the industry was that they would be the first to like talk about like big games. So I mean, hopefully they can continue that tradition. Yeah, but like, speaking about talking about big games, Elon Musk has some words about.
He does. Wait, hold on, we're going too fast. I gotta write down these timestamps for later.
Oh dang, dude.
I mean,
look.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I would hate to be a listener, because I realize this is more ADHD than we've been before. We used to be a bit structured, but we were kind of shooting from the hip nowadays.
That's okay. That's part of it. Okay. Do it again. Do the thing again.
No, bro, we gotta do it live.
Okay,
but we're talking about Mr. Elon Musk.
We are. We are talking about Elon Musk. Basically, what has occurred is that he got ratioed to hell and back on Twitter. I don't have the exact exchange because it's not pulling up, but essentially,
I got you.
Okay, yeah.
Your internet you're on some McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I don't know what it is. My Firefox doesn't want to open it up, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, there is a notorious grifter. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Not everybody knows him, but there's this right-wing grifter on Twitter, X, whatever. He's always on right-wing talking about how games are woke and this stuff. So he tweeted at Ubisoft saying like, look, they're promoting Hassan Piker to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, no wonder these guys are such liberals.
Hassan Piker
and,
is
like,
a political streamer, by the way.
Yeah.
Left-leaning political
he,
streamer.
he has some very interesting, not really ad-friendly takes. And we don't really have advertisers. I don't know why I'm saying that. But basically, he's pro-Palestinian, so they're like, oh, look at Ubisoft promoting terrorist streamers. And then Elon Musk comes in, oh, Hassan's a fraud, and actually, he's actually a sellout. And this is such an objectively horrible game. So he says that. Assassin's Creed comes in and says, "Oh, is that what the guy that's playing your Path of Exile?
Path of Exile 2, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, man, I fumbled that so hard. Is that the guy that's playing your Path of Exile 2 account? Is that what he told you? Context: Elon Musk touting around that he is the number top Path of Exile player, top Diablo player
in the
all
world,
while running like 3 Fortune 500 companies and also doing all the Doge stuff in the U.S. Government. So, and he's like, I'm a real gamer, even though his Elden Ring build is so atrociously bad that like, anyways.
Yeah.
So, for context, there is almost like 750k likes from Assassin's Creed's account to Elon's like 40k likes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting because like you have a company that's like that is supposed to be in the like kind of promoting their game and not really doing this like Wendy's PR marketing strategy, kind of getting a little bit dirty, a little bit. I don't know, man. It's just nice to see because like Assassin's Creed has been the punching bag a while for the internet, I think. It's nice for them to, I guess, kind of knock some of this down a peg. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think that it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny that like he got ratioed pretty hard on his own site, right? And then it's like one of those things where it's like it wasn't for a political take, or rather it kind of was, but it wasn't for anything that's like, oh, like Trump, MAGA, whatever. It's very much just like a, hey, by the way, dog, like you suck at gaming. And he just got ratioed like crazy. And the people who would pay attention to that, i.e. us, people on Twitter, people who are on his site, they're like, damn, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got ratioed in a way where it's like, it's not like at some rally where someone got up and was like, oh, whatever, and people were like cheering. It was more so it was like on his platform in a world where people understand and they're like, yeah, they have that context and that's it. They got his ass, you know?
Yeah, honestly.
So, you know, it's pretty funny. I did laugh when I saw that. I sent it to you. I was like, bro, look at this. And oof, he got ratioed pretty good, but
he got dunked on, man.
He got dunked on. Just like these companies are going to get dunked on with this new video game union. Did you see this?
Oh, I remember, I don't know if this is the exact thing, but I just saw something about, oh no, this is not what I saw.
Yeah, it's different. This is brand new. At GDC 2025, what was it? The United Video Game Workers, CWA, abbreviated to UVW CWA, I'm just going to call it UVW, has said that they are going to be, they're a local of the Communications Workers of America, and their mission is to democratically represent the interests of video game workers across the US and Canada and to fight for our rights in the video game industry. Essentially, a industry-wide video game union, which is fantastic to see. They have spaces for, you know, video game workers, and there's a website on that they have that tells you, oh, how do you join, who's allowed to join, what does it do, who does it cover, when it includes like you know, I believe, let me see here, admins, analytics, animation, art. There's like a whole list of things in terms of like people who can sign up for this and are protected under this union. Because at the end of the day, a big thing in the video games industry right now, obviously, is huge layoffs. And this is something that will protect against that and abuses by the company in terms of crunch and in terms of fighting for workers' rights. because a big thing, I don't know if you know this, but if a worker is like, let's just say, for example, like Nintendo USA workers are getting crunched or whatever, they decide, hey, we want to start a union. If a whisper of that comes out, they'll shutter that branch closed and they'll fire all those employees and or move them to places where they can't form a union and just kind of kill that idea. Walmart does the same thing with their stores. If the union talk gets spread, they like shutter all the workers, they like revamp it, essentially restart, reboot. So it's just like it's a incredibly like predatory practice, but seeing this be implemented is dope. The idea of a union, I'm really excited to see this come through, to be honest.
I agree. Sorry, I was doing the thing that I said I was not gonna do.
Oh.
I'm arguing about. Sorry, but no, it's good to have a union. I don't know if we have this on the docket, but I did read that there was a union for for ZeniMax.
Yes, there was. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, no, but this is like a recent thing that they I think they're moving, like I think like 96% voted to like start a not a boycott, picket or whatever against Microsoft. So like I think within, it's like a subsidiary of Bethesda is there. So that's like about like 300 employees.
Right.
So it's honestly, man, people need to kind of watch for each other's back. So it's good to have.
Yeah, it is. I think it's great. I hope it's going to take a while for it to get like properly like up and running, but when it does, I really hope that these video game companies like respect it, and just it's going to be really interesting to see this come through. Okay, and now we can talk about the Nintendo Direct, but not the one that you guys are all thinking of. We're talking about the first one that happened early in the week.
Bait and switch.
Yeah, you know how it is.
You guys are gonna be on. You guys are locked in for the roller coaster ride that we had.
Yes,
so
sir.
You're not gonna get the latest news. You're gonna get the news as we got it.
Yeah, we're covering 2 weeks of news because we had to skip a week like we talked about earlier. So we're just gunning through everything till we get to the big one. Okay, I don't know why they announced it. This link has it in this way, but basically there were just some games announced. One of them. So let's see: Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake, No Sleep for Kaname. From AI, the Somnium Files, Rhino Master, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, Shadow Labyrinth, which was that Pac-Man game, which was interesting. Patapon 1 and 2 replay, it's like a re-release. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which is one of the bigger announcements. Disney Villains Cursed Cafe, Witchbrook, The Eternal Life of Goldman, Gradius Origins, Rift of the Necrodancer, Tamagotchi Plaza, Pokemon Legends Z-A. There was some gameplay which looks kind of cool, like they separated a lot of it. They changed up a lot of it rather. Rhythm Heaven Groove, which is like a rhythm game that apparently people are really excited for and waiting for a new one. Digital games, which I think was the biggest announcement of the show, to where in future, digital games can be used as a virtual game card, allowing you to play and manage better games. You can also lend games to your family members for 2 weeks. So Steam sharing Lite, if that makes sense. Steam family sharing Lite. So I think that's really cool, because I feel like once most people play their Switch games, they don't go back and replay them for a lot of time, but might just be me. Saga Frontier 2, a remake, Monument Valley and Monument Valley 2, and the announcement for Monument Valley 3 as well, arriving this summer. Everybody's Golf, Hot Shots, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is really cool, and Tomodachi Life. Oh yeah, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, which I haven't played, but I've heard is a really funny game to play. So looks neat. Any thoughts about what we just talked about?
I mean, I don't know if it's cool, the family share thing that they have.
Yes,
but it's like too literal, man. It's like oh,
yeah.
you can. It's like, oh, I'm gonna give you my digital copy, and it's gone for 2 weeks, and it's like it's not like how Steam has it, where okay, you guys are here's all the licenses and keys. You guys have like you bought collectively. You guys bought one license, so whoever's not using it like can take it, and then it's not like an extended period of time where like imagine like I lend you a copy and you don't play it for 2 weeks or for 1 week. So that 1 week I'm like, damn, dude, it's like you literally physically gave the game away. and it's like you can't run up to your friend's house and be like, oh, can I borrow my game back?
Yeah.
You know, like it's a weird thing. Nintendo's just Nintendo, bro. It feels like if you're like if your second uncle's son is like making a business. I don't know how to explain it. It's just bizarre, bro. Like you have
Yeah.
there's like a certain vibe and a certain way you want things to like be customer focused, but they're like, we're gonna do it this way.
The thing is, they did it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then, literally in the back of my mind, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then when they announced how it's gonna work, I'm like, "There it is." You know, like that's just how Nintendo works. I am glad that they are implementing some form of this. I think it's cool. I think it's a cost-saving measure. I think it's one of those things where, it will make it easier to go in on games, especially with the price of them coming up that we'll talk about. You'll have to split it with people in order to afford it, but you know. Regardless, I guess we'll see how the implementation of this will work. I don't really have anybody in my Switch family, but you know, I don't think that'll stop me from trying it out. We can try it out together. Oh wait, you sold your Switch, didn't you?
No, I still have it, bro.
Okay.
Got day one Switch, bro.
Let's go, baby. All right. Just like the day ones for Ubisoft.
Oh, stop! What are you? Actually, okay, that was not that bad. They did. Okay, sorry.
No, it wasn't great. I understand the reaction. I'm not upset, but
no, I mean, like, it makes sense because the content is the day ones of Ubisoft. It's the bread and butter.
It is. You know? So, according to CNBC, Ubisoft spins out new unit for Assassin's Creed and other games. Tencent to take a 1.25 billion stake. Ubisoft on Thursday announced it's setting up a new subsidiary that will focus on its gaming brands Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Chinese technology giant Tencent will invest 1.16 billion euros, which is equivalent to 1.25 billion US dollars, into the unit. So Tencent's gonna have a pretty big stake in this. I think from the perspective of Tencent owning things, people are worried that they'll shutter studios. I don't think they're gonna shutter anything from this. This is these are three pretty huge properties to own. I think this speaks more so to the idea that Ubisoft is really struggling and they needed like a boost to like save them. Like Shadows is doing well, but I don't think Shadows doing well was enough to keep them afloat. Therefore, they had to do this and spin off and, you know, create this arm of their biggest three franchises, you know?
Yeah. I think this probably is the best thing for them because they wanted to sell the entirety of Ubisoft but still retain some ownership. So this makes sense where they're like, okay, you guys only care about us for XYZ thing, right? Like, but like the Just Dance, their Rabid, Rayman, all the other like side stuff that Ubisoft does under their parent umbrella, like they'll still have ownership of. But I am curious because like I feel like maybe they're positioning themselves to do more AA, I guess, like possibly I'm trying to think like why they would spin it out this way. Maybe was it just that like Tencent was like, yo, I only care about these three like cash cows. Like I really don't care. I don't want to buy freaking Just Dance.
Yep.
Or you know.
Yep.
Maybe they like kind of like made it cheaper for them to get into the action instead of devaluing the rest of.
What could happen is that if Ubisoft were to go under still for whatever reason, then Tencent could be like, oh, we're here, we own these properties now because you're gone, you know. So I don't know how business works. I'm not a business person, but you know what I'm saying. Like conceptually, that could be the case, but we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. I have nothing else.
Yeah. You know who shouldn't be doing this, or you know who should do this.
Wait, you're skipping.
How am I skipping, bro?
Okay, go. Sorry.
I'm not skipping.
Go. Sorry.
Cat, is he real?
Sorry. I didn't see your cursor. I thought you were on the wrong one.
You know who should do a subsidy like this? Warner Brothers.
Oh, why?
Because the Hogwarts Legacy DLC just got canceled.
Yes.
This is supposed to be more of an expansion, I guess. But I mean, like the way WD40. What what am I saying, bro? WB Games is moving. It's kind of scary because they fumbled. They're gonna fumble. Hopefully they don't fumble Batman, but they fumbled Multiverses. They fumbled Wonder Woman, and they took freaking Multiverses behind the shed. So
Around back. Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not super surprised because like this is more about like the dust. I don't think fully has settled from all the the layoffs and closure of Monolith Studios and all this stuff, right? So I think.
Oh, so you think they did this because it's like not? You think they did it and it's a bad thing they did this?
Yeah, well, I don't know about. I mean, it's more about like it's more of what is expected, right? Like for them, like why like they're probably working on like Hogwarts Legacy 2 right now, right?
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say.
Or working on some expansion. So,
Yeah,
or not
no,
expansion.
We just got to confirm. Yeah,
man, brother, English is a tough language. Okay.
Listen.
Yeah,
I agree with you that it's on paper it's like, oh, this is an L move, like what are you doing, you're stupid for doing this. But then when I like read into it, like you're saying, they're probably working on Hogwarts Legacy 2. You know what I'm saying? And so they're probably just putting all the talent into there. This game sold like crazy, and I don't think they need to visit it again to like squeeze more money out of it, if that makes sense. I think they should move on to the second one and build that product. Hopefully they have the same design philosophy as they had with the first one, to where you don't have to worry like about like DLC, battle passes. Just make a good quality product and people will buy it. You know, that's what I hope, but I don't know if that's the way they're gonna go for it.
Probably not. But you know,
probably not, but we shall see. I enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy. What about you?
I didn't play it.
What?
No, why would I play it?
Dude, legitimately, it's a really good game. You should try it out. It's so fun.
Too late. I'm playing Assassin's Creed right now.
Fair.
We'll figure it out.
Fair enough. Just like Nintendo has to figure out who they're casting for the live action Zelda. Damn, that was a good segue. Yeah, live action Zelda.
Well, why are you hyping yourself up?
Yeah, hey, listen, game recognized game, you know? Legend of Zelda live action film sets March 2027 theatrical release from Sony Pictures. I didn't know this was gonna be for a live action, I'll be honest. I'm very surprised to see that's live action. But
yeah, I don't know, man. They really need to stop the trend of live action stuff. Like, just make it. Or like, is it that more difficult to make it animated? Because bro, they CGI the rest of it.
Yeah, well, fair enough. It's a lot more expensive. Like, but I mean, Mario was animated. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I am excited to see Tom Holland play Link. You know, that's what's. I pray that's what they do. You know, I feel like it'd be so fun to see that.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, just like the outrage people would have.
Actually, no. You know what they should do? They should have Mr. Bean, because because Link is a silent protagonist, right? So you just have Mr. Bean there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yep, that's a good one. I like that. Okay, Mr. Bean for Legend of Zelda.
So stupid. Because he just gets up to the antics, and it's like Ganondorf is like, "Oh my god, whatever."
Who's this powerful warrior? He's just like a dude with like a power outlet. He's like, "All right, man.
Yeah,
this guy's crazy." Just like it's crazy that 2XKO has only 10 characters on its release roster. That's incredibly low for a tag fighter.
Yeah, I would agree, but also this game is free to play.
Yeah, but
and maybe they're looking at this from like, oh, because this game has been in development for such a long time, so maybe they're just like, hey, let's just have people play it and then go. But it's baffling because League itself, like 2XKO is if you don't know, is a game that is a fighting game that is based off of the League of Legends lore or universe or whatever, right? League of Legends has 170 champions, unique characters that you can play as.
Yeah.
So for them to go from that to only 10 characters is like crazy, because like, dude, you have everything to work off of. But maybe it's difficult to like, I don't know, like maybe finding synergies with characters like because
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'm not saying it's hard to design. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, think about it this way: 10 fighters is one of those things where it's like in a tag fighter that's 2v2, that's like 40% of the roster right there. Like it's a little strange that it's so little, especially with the team that Riot Games has, and like with the content that they have and the amount of champions that they have. It's one of those things where it's like, I think this might be bad for the game, simply because now characters who are not like promised to the people who are playing it, or rather like who want it on release, they might be like, oh, Set's not in here, then I'm not going to pick it up till Set comes in. Well, there's 170 champions to bring in, so who knows when that will be,
Yeah. And not every single champion would be good as a fighting game character. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Like League of League of Legends has like characters that play certain functions. So if you like a support character that heals is not going to be the best combo generator, Same thing with like maybe a tank, or like they have to rely on certain archetypes that are in the fighting game, like genres, right, to kind of build, to see like how can a character be transformed or kind of not fit a mold, but fit a certain play style. Because otherwise they're gonna have to redictate how fighting games are supposed to be played, because like for example, there's one character named Sona, and she's like this DJ that like her literal buttons are, one button does like an aura to heal, one button does an aura to boost attack, the other button does an aura for speed. And it's like, how do you do a combo for that, dude? Like her.
Yeah, like, and not every character has to be in it. That's that's not what I mean to say, but all I'm saying is
I know
like,
that's not what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm just like
I feel like they could just take more time to release this and have more characters at the start. That's all, because like it's 10 characters. I don't know if that's enough to pull people in. I know it'll pull some people in, but like fighting games thrive on the idea that like there's a lot of characters. If you don't like one, you could jump to the other, and 10 is a very limited number, especially for a tag fighter. That's all, Yeah. It could be a thing of like Riot has shut down a lot of studios within itself, to where it's like their side game companies and things like that. Their their Legends of Runeterra company, the one that made the card game. So their digital card game, not their TCG. So it could be one of those things where it's like, okay, we have to pump this out right now and then like build as we go, because we need money to make this project like continue. So
yeah, or maybe the monetization is like how League was in the past. It's going to be in the characters,
Yeah,
possibly.
So yeah, I guess we'll find out. We will find out. Just like we'll find out about the Switch 2. Just kidding, that already happened today. So the main story for today, the Switch 2 Direct was today, in the morning. And did you watch it live or no?
Bro, I was asleep.
Oh man, dude.
But dude, I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch anything. I just saw your reactions.
Oh my god. Oh dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, all right. Fair. But I put a better link for you to where you can use that. That one's probably better.
It's fine, bro.
Okay. So, big stuff out of the way first. Actually, we'll do it at the end. I don't really want to talk about this stuff right now. We'll talk about the games first, then we'll talk about the hardware stuff. So,
bro, just rip the band-aid off. Rip it right now.
Okay.
You know what you want to talk. Yo, Bloodborne 2 basically just got announced, and it's not for the system that the guy wants.
No. It's not that. It's not Bloodborne 2, because it's. I don't know if you saw this. Okay, so one of the announcements that was made, man. No, okay, hold on. We need to go in order because I'm gonna get lost.
No. Just rip it off, bro. Just
okay,
rip it
fine.
off. Like that's what we're here. Like they know you as the guy that wants Bloodborne.
Listen. Okay.
The two viewers that we have know you as the guy that wants Bloodborne.
That's true.
Has a.
Fine. Basically, one of the games that was announced is called Duskbloods. It's coming to Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026. And the trailer opens up, and I'm watching it, and it shows like a character's hand, it shows another character's hand, it shows a character sitting in a chair, and in the back of my head, I'm like, this is like FromSoft's like models and like vibe and stuff like that. And sure enough, the From Software logo pops up, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, the lady in the trailer's talking about blood. She's talking about like like the beast, and I'm like, oh my god, he's like taking a bite out of some dude's neck. This is like straight up like, this is Bloodborne 2. It's happening. It's Bloodborne. But then like I'm seeing like Elden Ring type like spaces, and I'm like, okay, hold on, this is not the Bloodborne vibe, but okay, maybe it is. And then they start showing more stuff that's not in Bloodborne, and I'm like, okay, there's a guy in a jetpack. What is this? And sure enough, it's a different game called the Dusk Bloods, which is going to be releasing, like I said, in 2026. And the reason I'm not hype about this is, one, because it's a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive as of now, and it's a PvPvE multiplayer game. It's not like a FromSoft, like typical one story, like linear path type thing.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting because more along the lines that they're like playing around a lot with multiplayer from Soft, right?
Oh.
This and
Oh.
are kind of down in some.
Hold on. Hello? Oh, hang on. All right, folks. Sorry about that. FromSoft actually came into the room and shot Ahmed twice and shot his router, so...
Wish I had the Tom and Jerry. That one, I was waiting for it. But anyways.
Yeah.
Nah, he's back man. Now. This is what happens, bro. You talk about Elon Musk, he just... Starlink, he nukes your Starlink, and you can't even use the internet anymore.
Big From doesn't want you to play the game.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, we were talking about FromSoft multiplayer push.
Yeah. I was saying like it seems like they're like doubling down on multiplayer efforts. You know, with Elden Ring, Night Rain, and then this like it's interesting to see them kind of switch gears because normally FromSoft games are this kind of tailored, not exactly a tailored experience, but they give you. I mean, I guess
they are tailored. Yeah, I would say they're tailored.
You kind of go through this, but you can build the character you want to build and use the weapon you want to use.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of their satellites, like dev teams that's making this, and then the main team for FromSoft is working on something else. You know?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if this is directed by Miyazaki or not.
Actually, I don't know. I don't think we will know that till later, but you know.
Oh, interesting.
What?
It is directed by Miyazaki.
Oh, okay. Well,
damn.
I mean, a big reason of this is that they want to make Bloodborne 2, but Sony has the rights, so they're like, all right, we got Bloodborne at home.
Yeah.
People
wait for the next one, but
yeah,
PlayStation.
But I don't know. If I get a Switch, I might pick this up, but we'll see. I'll wait for it to come to other systems. I don't think it'll stay Switch forever, to be honest.
Yeah. I kind of threw us at the deep end here with this thing, but we can kind of walk back and talk
No, it's fine. I mean, we'll go through the list here on this IGN link that I have. So we'll go off the top. They have the Nintendo Switch 2 release date and the price. The price will be $449.99 US, and there will be a Nintendo Switch 2 plus Mario Kart World bundle that will cost $499 USD. And pre-orders begin April 9th, so in just about a week. And I think this price is fair. I am not surprised by the price at all. Had they been $400, dude, that would have been crazy.
Bro,
you know,
it's okay. If you add another $50, you have a PlayStation 5.
Yes.
Like that's the thing, bro. And that one you can play Verdansk on. Come on, man. Like that's what we're here for. No, but I don't know. The pricing is weird because the specs for this people were saying it's like a PlayStation Pro. Oh, it's a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, but I would argue you don't get a Switch for the hardware. You get it for the games, right?
Yeah. But no, that's true. But it's just kind of like it's just it's a weird place, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because sorry, go for it.
No, I mean, yeah. The thing is, like, I think part of our view is skewed on this because later we'll talk about how. Well, I guess we can talk about it now. The pricing of games on this is insane. So they said that digital copies of games will be $79.99. And physical copies will be $89.99, which obviously is a $10 increase from now, right? In terms of games being $70. And it's one of those things where it's like, dude, like $80 for a digital game is insane.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. That's a lot of money. And I'm not like, obviously these devs deserve the money and they deserve for, being paid for making a high quality product, but like there has to be a limit where it's like, okay, this is acceptable, this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like this is this is reaching that limit in my opinion. I don't know if I agree with this at all.
Yeah, it's crazy because like technically games were as expensive, like, or like there were like games that were like $100 in the past or whatever, but it feels like that we've been at this point at $60 and then we just got to 70. So it just feels like, okay, all right, man, like we have to move up with inflation, but it just felt like such a jump.
Yeah.
Like if they said digital is 60, physical 70, okay, that I agree, because like everybody agrees that like, oh, okay, fine, there's a cost of goods for physically publishing the game, printing it, packaging it, shipping it. Okay, fine, all right, you
Right.
make that argument, right? And digital should be cheaper, but this one, like, actually we're gonna bump it up twice. It's like that one kind of hits people the wrong way. And I think also the fact that there's this notion that like across the gaming industry, like there's been a feeling of
Creep.
like getting, not creep, but like we've been like we're getting, like, the consumers getting milked, right? Even from a $60 game.
Yeah.
Things get piecemealed out for
Well, the
DLCs
game. Yeah, the game may not even be finished. You know.
Yeah. So then to enter into this market with that pricing, it's weird.
It's weird, and it's setting the precedent, because Nintendo can do what it wants in a sense that, like, who's gonna tell them no, right? You're not gonna be able to buy Donkey Kong, you're gonna be able to buy Mario Kart, any of the system. If you want it, you're gonna pay the money. Therefore, as we alluded to earlier, same thing with GTA. GTA is going to cost, I think, $110 minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be insane, man.
Yeah.
And the you know what the crazy thing is?
Yeah.
I saw a screenshot of like one of the boxes of the physical things, and apparently, like, I need to confirm this, but apparently, like, the physical cartridge is just like a license key to download the game. So you're like so it's not even like you're getting like the like the real
game,
thing, you know?
yeah.
So it's like, okay, do you buy $10, like spend $10 more to get a physical thing that, like, I don't know, it's
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have nothing to say about it, because I can't, like, what are you gonna say, right? Like, what are you gonna do, not buy? Like, yes, obviously, don't buy it, but like, realistically, if you want these games, you have to pay for it, you know? And that's just the unfortunate reality we're in right now.
I don't know, man.
You know, but they also released some other details of Switch 2. There's a lot still to cover, one of which being that let me see here, if you wish to purchase a Nintendo Switch 2 from the My Nintendo store, you could register your interest for either Nintendo Switch 2 or the Mario Kart World Bundle. If selected, those who registered will be sent an invite to their Nintendo account email when it's time to purchase. Invitations will go out on May 8th and will be prioritized on a first-come, first-served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership with a minimum of 12 months of paid membership and a minimum of 50 total gameplay hours as of April 2nd, 2025. That's good, because I think that's a way to curtail scalpers.
Yeah. You want to play ranked, brother? You gotta
earn it.
Level 30.
Yeah, you gotta earn it. So let's go.
It's crazy, because I imagine scalpers dropping $50 and playing games. Like, they basically, you know what's crazy? Because like I've had online before, right? Like do I have to go buy it again to go purchase it? So it's like, if you think about it,
Yeah.
it's actually gonna cost you a base of 500, like a 50 plus the 450. Like, you gotta get the online plus the thing, you know?
Yep. Yes, sir. It's just kind of funny. It's a good way to stick it to them. I still feel like Scalper's gonna find a way, but if any scalper wants to talk to me, I have a Nintendo Switch Online account for sale for like $2,000. Let me know. You know, easy way to make bread, at least. But some other stuff they announced for the Nintendo Switch 2, some more hardware stuff. It has 4K support, HDR, Joy-Con with mouse controls, 256 gigabytes of storage, red cartridges, and more. One of which being is that where is this? Okay, I'll just read it from the article here. Has a 7.9 LCD screen that displays gives it 1080. Those looking for better resolution can know that they can dock it and put a video output of 4K and play games at up to 120 FPS, which is great. The new Joy-Con, which will connect to the Switch 2 via magnetic strap, will look similar to the original models, but will offer new things like mouse control. And the Joy-Con has a new C button, which will work with with their new online feature called Game Chat, which we'll talk about in a second. But it's also confirmed that Nintendo Switch 2 will have red game cartridges, 256 gigabytes of internal storage that can be expanded with micro SD express cards specifically. So that's something to keep in mind, is that your old SD cards won't work. You need a newer, better SD card to work with the files they got going on in there. The big thing that came out of that was that Game Chat, as well as a big thing to where it's essentially their Discord, and all their controllers will have a button to where it can access it. Neat feature. Obviously late to the party, could have done Discord integration, but this is also fine. Like, for what it serves, the purpose is there for. Makes sense. You do need Nintendo Switch Online to use it, but it's baked into all the controllers, and there is a camera that you could place near you that will capture your face and put you in the game in certain instances if you would like to do that.
I feel like it's gimmicky, man. I don't know. I don't know why you would need the camera.
Yeah,
Also,
I wouldn't use it personally.
They sell a lot of party games, so who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I would use it, but the features that they had looked kind of neat, I think. But I wouldn't use it, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, and then so some games that were announced were first party games were Mario Kart World, which looks really cool. Some things that is like, we won't go into the features of the games because there's a lot, but Mario Kart World, I thought it looked really neat. I really want to play it. I mean, did you see it? What do you think?
I didn't see a lot of it. I like that you could wall run with cars now, so it's
yeah.
And you can like Tony Hawk, like grind the rail. So I mean,
yeah,
it looks cool. But I'm interested to see how the big gimmick is like. Oh, you can race between
levels. Yeah.
It's so it's just one large circuit now. Like,
it can be, I guess. I don't know. It looks it looks like all the circuits are connected and you could just go from one to the other. They also have like open world mode as well.
How's one lap gonna work, bro?
I have no idea. Well, no. You do one lap. You finish the circuit, and then to drive to the next circuit. Like, you do 3 laps on Yoshi's Island, and then you go to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, that must be insane. How do you drive to Rainbow Road?
Dude, you gotta die, brother.
You gotta go take a spaceship.
Yeah, spaceship to heaven. But yeah, looks cool. I want to play it. And the other thing that was announced first party was that Donkey Kong Bonanza is smashing its way to Nintendo 2 Switch. I read that headline, wasn't supposed to. But this looks dope. Honestly, I saw the gameplay and I was like, holy cow, this looks awesome. I'm surprised they're bringing Donkey Kong back like this. I thought it would be Mario that would be in this announcement, but this also looks very polished, very high quality, and I definitely want to play this because I've never played a Donkey Kong game, and I'm curious to see how this plays,
I mean, I feel like kicking off with Donkey Kong is a interesting start. Like, maybe they have something geared up after Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong isn't releasing day of release either. It's coming out in July.
Oh,
so it's like hey, this is our big one for now. But other stuff is coming later.
Yeah, because I remember like Breath of the Wild came out, and then like 6 months later, Mario Odyssey came out, something along those lines. So
yeah,
maybe there's like have something else in the pipeline.
The thing is, these games are, at the end of the day, the thing that we're talking about is just like, I am eventually gonna get a Switch 2. Like, that's it, right? But it's just a matter of how long do I wait and how long do I wait for these games to be cheap before I buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all this is. It's just delaying the inevitable, but we'll see. Another thing that was announced was Kirby Air Ride 2. I loved Kirby Air Ride. Oh my god, dude, it's so sick. I don't know if you've played it. One of the funnest games I've ever played.
I'm surprised that this isn't They didn't do like a F-Zero or something, man.
Well, they technically did with the GameCube release.
No, man, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like they could have just done F-Zero and just brought this guy, because there was some dude that bought so much Nintendo stock that he physically went up to the shareholder meeting and was like, guys, can you please make another F-Zero game?
Yeah, fair enough.
So they made the Kirby's F-Zero game, which is basically like I guess more maybe it's more marketable. So
Yeah. Also, Sakurai is coming back and making this, so they're like, all right, the goat can have what he wants, you know.
nice.
So, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting an enhanced Switch edition, and you could buy them for full price, or you could upgrade your current versions to these enhanced versions. What that price will be, we don't know, but that's something that you could do with some of your other Switch games that they're like, hey, you can just purchase the enhanced edition, it'll go on Switch 2, no problem. So we'll see how that goes. If it's like $5, I'll definitely do it. If it's like 10 to 20, I'd be like, I don't know. You know, we shall see. I'm kind of bummed you have to pay for that upgrade, but it's whatever, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just going to actually never mind.
Say it.
I mean, I'll just wait for this game to be legally accessible on Steam platform. These games.
Yeah, maybe.
I cannot wait for Legend of Zelda and Mario Kart to be legally accessible on the Steam marketplace platform.
You have been waiting for a while, brother, but I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. Metroid Prime 4 is also getting a Nintendo Switch 2 version, which, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not surprised. Kirby the Forgotten Land, and there's like an expansion for it as well for Switch 2. So that's coming out. That looks cool. Super Mario Party Jamboree is also getting an expanded version. With this one looks neat because there's a lot of extra stuff they're adding to it, extra games, extra controls. So I'm kind of excited for this one. Pokemon Legends Zeta A Switch 2 will have better frame rate and resolution. I hope so. Seems like a pretty easy gimme. This was interesting. So Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour is like a Astrobot for the console, like PS5 release with Astrobot, remember? But the difference here is that Astrobot was free. This one you had to pay for to access.
Oh, wait. So they pre-install a game and you have to pay to access?
I don't know if you have to pre-install it, but it's a paid digital title. That
Wait. Sorry, say that one more time. My brain just...
You don't have to... It's not pre-installed, but it's a title you could purchase.
Wait, the Welcome Tour.
Yeah, Welcome Tour.
Bro, they're charging you to figure out how to use the Welcome Tour. This is how you press the A button.
You gotta pay for the instruction manual, brother.
Yeah. No. The first instruction is go to the eShop. You click this, and that's crazy. Virtual exhibition demos.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's paid?
I'm confused as to why it's paid. This would be like a cool thing that you just add on to the console, you know?
Yeah. Available to buy on the eShop? Yo.
Yup.
That's crazy, bro.
Yup. Shell out those dollars, brother.
Actually, nah, bro. They must be... What are they doing, bro? $90 games? Paid instruction manuals? What the heck?
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm allergic to BS. Yeah,
Exactly.
this sucks. This is really dumb. But, you know,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
I'm not buying it. That's what I'm going to do. But then I'll feel FOMO and then buy it.
Yep, exactly. They know. Watch it be like the best game that releases on the console, too.
Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, Game of the Year. Astrobot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just confused as to why it's paid. But hey, like, whatever. Just don't buy it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there is Drag X Drive, which is like Rocket League, but for people in wheelchairs. I
don't know why that... just like I'm just imagining like the people in real children just doing like like wall, like they're flying in the air doing wall runs and
Yeah. No,
flips
they
and
were.
stuff.
That's what they were doing. It's
Oh,
in the trailer.
really?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Look
Bro,
at the
I
trailer,
literally did not even watch this thing, bro.
bro.
I
Like
was
straight
just-
up, it's great. It looks cool. The control scheme is a little weird, but whatever. Nintendo GameCube games are coming exclusively to Switch 2 via Nintendo Switch Online, the extra tier. Yeah, I mean, cool. I'm happy that they're expanding their catalog. What else? Talked about Duskblood. Elden Ring is coming to Switch 2. Completely makes sense. Why not? I saw it chugging in the trailer. That's not a good sign, but you know, whatever. What?
I'm just
Uh,
I'm just upset with this, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just salty,
yeah.
but because I feel like it's just gonna do harm, bro.
For Elden Ring?
No, just in general for a game. Like I'm just thinking about all this stuff, man. It's just like you know who's not selling games for $90?
Who?
Philly Spencer, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, because his whole plan is that he makes you not own the game, so it's cheaper. Come on, man. Like, get
Yeah.
hit with it. No, it's whatever. It's just to pay so much and to get so bad performance.
But I mean, the thing is, this is something I've come to realize, or rather, come to like terms with, is that Nintendo Switch is not an, it's not a like, what's the word?
It's like an exclusive console.
It's not, yeah,
honestly.
it's not for third-party games. Realistically, like yes, some third-party games, but those third-party games are made for the Switch. Like yeah, ports are nice, but realistically, like if I own a Switch. We said it before. Switch, in my opinion, is a supplemental console. You own it, and then you also own a PS5 or a PC or an Xbox to play other games. You know.
Yeah.
Same thing here. But you know, it sucks. But what can you do? Not buy it? Probably
Oh,
not.
100%. Yeah. Why buy it, bro?
Yeah, you're gonna buy it. I know you will. I know you. You're dirty. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is coming out as well for Switch 2. It's like a Dynasty Warriors-esque game to where you're fighting against hordes and hordes of enemies. The first one came out, Tears of the Kingdom, and it did not run well at all in the Switch 1. Hopefully this game fixes that problem, but we shall see. What else? Deltarune's newest chapters were launched on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know what to think of that. I'm a Deltarune fan. Are you a Deltaruner?
No, man.
Oh, boo.
Honestly, bro, I don't know. I think some of the Toby Fox games were good. Like Undertale was good. I didn't play the other stuff. I know the fan base can be a little bit weird, but it's a good
Yeah.
good thing to check out, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. Hades 2 will be released in 2025 and Switch 2 and on Switch 2 before other consoles, which is interesting. But yeah, that's good to hear that Hades 2 will release in 2025. Dude, this is crazy. So these are a list of announcements that happened pretty quickly. Where is this? Okay, so you're gonna hear some of these and you're gonna be like, what the hell, how is that gonna run? All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
EA Sports Madden NFL, EA Sports FC, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, Split Fiction, Cyberpunk,
So, yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, Street Fighter 6, Sid Meier's Civ 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Bravely Default Remaster, Borderlands 4, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Fortnite, Enter the Gungeon 2, which I did not know was in production, Hitman World of Assassination, Project 007, Starseeker, Astroneer Expeditions, David Ex Machina, Titanic Scion, Survival Kids, Star Wars Outlaws, Silk Song, Kuritsugami, and Reanimal. Any of these stand out to you? That's like, what the heck?
I mean, Silk Song is gonna get delayed. It's whatever. But it's just Cyberpunk is the interesting one, man, because like that's gonna run like dog water. So like, why even play
That's
it?
what I'm
And also,
saying.
the game has been out for such a long time. Like, just you own it on another console. It's cheaper to get it on a PlayStation or something, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, you have to buy a PlayStation, but there is that.
I
But
mean, I don't know.
yeah,
It's
dude, Cyberpunk is gonna explode on that console. I'm so well. I guess in the dock it should be fine, but on handheld, dude, that thing's gonna kill you. Straight up, Johnny Silver's gonna come out and slap you across the face when you try to play that game on
yeah,
handheld mode.
yeah. I was gonna say for Split Fiction, do you take like you control each character with one Joy-Con and effectively becomes a single player game? It's a dumb joke. It's a dumb joke.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Enter the Gungeon 2 is one that I'm really excited for. I love Enter the Gungeon 1, and I did not know they were making 2. And the fact that this came out this way, I'm curious to see how it's going to be.
Yeah. Street Fighter is interesting to see because Street Fighter's not even on Xbox.
What? Yes, it is.
If I'm not.
There's
if
no
I'm not
way.
mistaken, Street Fighter 6, Xbox. All right, I lied. Okay. All right.
Kill him.
All right, I got.
Yeah, no, I was going to say there's no way. What else is on here that I'm Project 007? I'm curious what that's going to look like. We do see really any footage, just an idea of it. But it's made by the Hitman team, so it's probably going to be fun. And the biggest one, obviously, or one of the bigger ones, is that Silk Song, bro. It was shown in like such a quick 2-second thing. I think it will come out this year because there's no way Nintendo would have allowed them to put it in the show if they didn't have that guarantee.
Do you think they just got the gameplay from last trailer and just plopped it in?
No, there's no way, dude. Because if they,
No, I'm guessing. I'm just spitballing.
no, I know. But could you imagine if they did to like force them to release it? Like Nintendo was like, this game is coming out.
Do you think some disgruntled intern did it or something? They're like, I'm gonna meme the internet.
Dude, it'd be crazy if it's like if they came out and said actually it's coming out next year, bro. That game would evaporate into dust. That's it. People would be like, all right, we're not paying for this anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But overall, I think this is a really good direct. I really enjoyed watching it. There was a lot of stuff that was going on where I was like, ooh, and then some of it I was like, but mostly I was like, ooh.
Yeah, as a guy that's only owned a Game Boy and the Switch, I'm not really. I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just not a fan of just the vibes, bro.
Yeah, the pricing is definitely something that's like the biggest doom and gloom for the industry, in my opinion. Like it's gonna set the precedent, and I hate that.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think part of it, like it's gonna be such a vicious cycle, right? Because probably like less people are gonna buy games and then wait for games to go on sale, and then like with gaming, there's such a big thing about like getting a return on investment within like a small window of time that matches financial reports, right?
Yep.
Like you can't let the game breathe and have it establish like user bases and things like that where people can like naturally flock to a game, right? Like for example, like I mean it's well deserved, but like Cyberpunk became financially profitable after a certain amount of time, right?
Right.
And so where now there's like a lot of financial incentive, and people might not be buying games as much. Like they're gonna see like bigger losses because like imagine they're like, oh, we're gonna report like this much, like with the price increases, they're gonna report like there's maybe the same number of users.
Oh, I see.
So they're gonna say,
okay.
oh, guys, our earnings is gonna be this much, this much million or whatever this quarter. But then like less people buy it, so then it like tanks the overall performance, and then like, oh, okay, well, can this team? And it's like I don't know how vicious that's gonna look like, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Nintendo isn't one to sack teams like that generally, but
but it's like if there's like an industry thing.
Do you think there'll be a course correct? Because I feel like a course correct could be coming towards like if nothing is being sold at $80 to $90, they're gonna be like, oh shit, all right, back it up, like 70 to 80, you know, like. I don't know. I can see that.
I don't know, man. No, maybe, yeah. But like, I think it's one of those things where they'll have to kind of see how it plays out, right? And it's like I think for sure it's gonna be like the big cash cows, like the AAA games are definitely gonna go there. Right? Assassin's Creed is gonna go there. NBA 2K is gonna go there. Call of Duty is gonna go there. You know, like, it's probably gonna be open. It'll open up the door for a lot more AA games.
Yeah.
To be there, because I think like if you look at it like this, right? Back in the day, you had this similar pricing model, right? Where like you can literally pull up like Toys R Us ads where it's like, oh, go get Sonic for $90. It's like freaking Sonic, the game that you just press forward and up, like, or you press right and up. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Sonic is just a side scroller, and you just go fast and you press like I'm paying $90 for this.
Yeah.
And then like as like things like you moved from that era into like the PS2 era.
Yeah.
Like you started to see like the market for like these AA. And granted, like the term AA and AAA is used to describe the amount of money being used, not necessarily the quality, right?
Right.
Just saying like, so then I think with the PS2 and then the PS3, you see more like more cheaper efforts or cheaper attempts at making games that like can take more creative liberties and things like that. But then you still had some of these like bigger games that like were much more expensive to make, that you know like still released.
Right.
And then you saw it phase out. Kind of AA gets phased out in like PS4, PS5 era, right? Where like now there's not as many like traditional like big names making the AA games. Now there's more on the indies that make it.
Right.
So I'm curious to see how like everything is like an evolution, right? Like you know how they say like trends and styles like just like they resurface. It's probably going to be that, right? Like jeans from the 80s are now popular now, you know what I'm saying? Like whereas like 10 years ago you'd be like you're an idiot for wearing older clothes or something. Like styles is such a like it comes and goes kind of thing. So I'm assuming from a business model perspective we might be seeing something like that, where now there's since the apex predator is not there to, you know, call the local ecosystem, naturally things might start popping up, you know. That's
yeah,
I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
it does.
You're just pulling third grade freaking sociology freaking stuff, man. But,
no, it makes sense. It's just one of those things where it's like, this is a direct escalation of where we're at now. Where we're at now is $70 games is like the limit, and people are still getting products that are not finished. Now with Nintendo pushing the envelope, the only benefit to Nintendo games generally is that when they release, they're polished products, they're finished, and they run really well, and they're, you know, there's usually a lot of stuff behind it, you know. Now with this direct escalation, other companies are going to do it like we're saying, and they're going to try to maximize profits, and it's not going to be worth it. But now that the stone has been cast, it's too late. Even if Nintendo were to walk it back, I think it's too late now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already out there. So now we just have to look and see what this next generation of games is going to look like. Because there's no way Nintendo's going to be the one console that does it. Other consoles are definitely going to jump in on this.
I don't know, man. Well, we just got a vibe.
We got to figure it out.
Good thing our Steam backlog has like 900 games.
This is true. Any closing remarks before we head out here?
Don't buy the Switch 2.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Buy it if you want to.
You gotta be consistent, and never switch up.
Oh, yeah, salam. Or you could switch to something different.
Switch to Mint Mobile. Today's sponsor.
I wish. Ryan Reynolds, is that
what
you?
Do you mean I don't know. I don't have a Ryan Reynolds impression.
Oh, well. Hey, it's me, Ryan Reynolds. Cool. I'm Canadian. But
do you have any closing remarks?
Watch this show called Adolescence on Netflix. I just watched it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. It's 4 episodes. I think each episode is an hour long. And each episode, the unique thing about it is, I'll say, every single episode is one take from beginning to end. It's fantastically done, and it's really well written, and it's really good. Shout out to my wife for making me watch it. It was really good.
Yeah, I watched parts of it. It was good.
Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, no other closing remarks. Thank you guys for sticking along this far. Let us know if you guys are gonna buy the Switch too. And yeah, anything else from you?
No, I'm here.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Tune in next week for episode 19, where we don't have a rhyming scheme.
Ooh.
Oh no! No! Wait! No! I can't! No, dude! Oh no! I'm not even joking. He just said it.
Oof.
Oh, I can't even use it. Oh.
Then we go take Ahmed out back and put him down.
Oh, dude.
All right, bye guys.